The art of living well and the art of dying well are one. He who has peace of mind disturbs neither himself nor another. If the gods listened to the prayers of men, all humankind would quickly perish, since they constantly pray for many evils to befall one another. It is not so much our friends' help that helps us, as the confident knowledge that they will help us. I was not, I was, I am not, I care not. You don't develop courage by being happy in your relationships every day. You develop it by surviving difficult times and challenging adversity. It is folly for a man to pray to the gods for that which he has the power to obtain by himself. The wealth required by nature is limited and is easy to procure, but the wealth required by vain ideals extends to infinity. Never say that I have taken it, only that I have given it back. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. Accustom yourself to the belief that death is of no concern to us, since all good and evil lie in sensation, and sensation ends with death. Is God willing to prevent evil, but not able? Then he is not omnipotent. Is he able, but not willing? Then he is malevolent. Is he both able and willing? Then whence cometh evil? Is he neither able nor willing? Then why call him God? Of all the means to ensure happiness throughout the whole life, by far the most important is the acquisition of friends. Not what we have, but what we enjoy constitutes our abundance. Death does not concern us, because as long as we exist, death is not here. And when it does come, we no longer exist. I have never wished to cater to the crowd, for what I know they do not approve, and what they approve I do not know. I am writing this not to many, but to you. Certainly we are a great enough audience for each other. The true belief that death is nothing to us makes a mortal life happy, not by adding to it an infinite time, but by taking away the desire for immortality. There is no reason why the man who is thoroughly assured that there is nothing to fear in death should find anything to fear in life. We must, therefore, pursue the things that make for happiness, seeing that when happiness is present, we have everything, but when it is absent, we do everything to possess it. He who says either that the time for philosophy has not yet come or that it has passed, is like someone who says that the time for happiness has not yet come or that it has passed. If thou wilt make a man happy, add not unto his riches, but take away from his desires. If a person fights the clear evidence of his senses, he will never be able to share in genuine tranquility. With the Epicureans, it was never science for the sake of science, but always science for the sake of human happiness. How unhappy are the lives of men! How purblind their hearts! The cry of the flesh bids us escape from hunger, thirst, and cold, for he who is free of these and expects to remain so might live in happiness even with Zeus. The noble man is chiefly concerned with wisdom and friendship. Of these, the former is a mortal good, the latter an immortal one.
To eat and drink without a friend is to devour like the lion and the wolf.
All friendship is desirable in itself, though it starts from the need of help. I never desired to please the rabble. What pleased them, I did not learn, and what I knew was far removed from their understanding. We should look for someone to eat and drink with before looking for something to eat and drink. Of all the things which wisdom acquires to produce the blessedness of the complete life, for the greatest is the possession of friendship. The opinions held by most people about the gods are not true conceptions of them, but fallacious notions, according to which awful penalties are meted out to the evil, and the greatest of blessings to the good. Pleasure and pain, moreover, supply the motives of desire and of avoidance, and the springs of conduct generally. We must free ourselves from the prison of everyday affairs and politics. Men inflict injuries from hatred, jealousy, or contempt, but the wise man masters all these passions by means of reason. By pleasure, we mean the absence of pain in the body and of trouble in the soul. The just man is most free from disturbance, while the unjust is full of the utmost disturbance. Therefore, foolish is the man who says that he fears death, not because it will cause pain when it arrives, but because anticipation of it is painful. If death is, we are not. If we are, death is not. Against other things it is possible to obtain security, but when it comes to death, we human beings all live in an unwalled city. When you die, your mind will be gone even faster than your body. We have all seen fires die down from lack of fuel, and lights obscured or blacked out by objects coming in front of them. Empty is the argument of the philosopher, which does not relieve any human suffering. The greater the difficulty, the more the glory in surmounting it. Misfortune seldom intrudes upon the wise man. His greatest and highest interests are directed by reason throughout the course of life. Let no one delay the study of philosophy while young, nor weary of it when old. There is nothing terrible in life for the man who has truly comprehended that. There is nothing terrible in not living. Fools are tormented by the memory of former evils. Wise men have the delight of renewing in grateful remembrance the blessings of the past. We have the power both to obliterate our misfortunes in an almost perpetual forgetfulness, and to summon up pleasant and agreeable memories of our successes. Meditate then on all these things, and on those things which are related to them, both day and night, and both alone and with like-minded companions. Moral freedom and determinism are by no means incompatible. There is no such thing as justice in the abstract. It is merely a compact between men. Justice is a kind of compact not to harm or be harmed. We became men once, and one cannot become twice. For the gods exist, since the knowledge about them is obvious. The fool's life is empty of gratitude and full of fears. Its course lies wholly toward the future. Nothing is sufficient for the person who finds sufficiency too little. It is better for you to be free of fear lying upon a pallet, than to have a golden couch and a rich table and be full of trouble. Be moderate in order to taste the joys of life in abundance. The time when you should most of all withdraw into yourself is when you are forced to be in a crowd.